Hello, my wonderful students. Today, I'm here with a message that could truly transform your life. Please listen closely. English isn't hard. It's not impossible. You can become fluent in English and faster than you might expect. I know that many of you feel anxious when it's time to speak. You hesitate, your thoughts get stuck, and sometimes you don't even try because you're afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you've been studying English for years, but when it comes time to talk, your mind goes blank. You recognize words, you understand when reading or listening, but when it's your turn to speak, you freeze. I get it. I've been through the same thing while learning a new language. I know how frustrating it feels to want to speak but not have the words. I know how hard it is when people talk quickly and you can't keep up. But today I want to tell you something important. You don't need to struggle anymore. You don't need to feel stuck because I'm going to show you the easiest, most natural way to learn English. Starting today, I want you to leave behind everything that made English feel difficult. Forget about confusing grammar. Forget about trying to be perfect. Forget the fear. Because the real reason people struggle with speaking English isn't lack of knowledge, it's fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being embarrassed. Fear of being judged. Let me ask you something. How did you learn your first language? Did you use grammar books? Did you memorize vocabulary lists? Of course not. You learned by listening, by copying others, by making mistakes, and by using the language every day. And that's exactly how you're going to learn English now. You don't need to study English, you need to live it. English shouldn't be something you practice for just 1 hour a day and then forget. It needs to be part of your everyday life. You should hear it, think in it, and speak it every single day. Now, you might be wondering, but how do I actually do that? Don't worry, I'll guide you step by step. I won't just give you advice, I'll take you on a journey where English starts to feel natural and easy. Let's begin. Step 1. Stop believing that English is hard. The most important first step is to change your mindset. If you keep thinking English is difficult, your brain will resist learning it. But if you start believing that English is simple, you'll improve much faster. Think of a baby learning how to walk. They fall over again and again. But do they give up? No, they keep trying until walking becomes effortless. Learning English works the same way. Mistakes are part of the process. If you're not making mistakes, you're not really learning. Say this with me. English is easy. I can speak English. I improve every day. These words are powerful. The more you say them, the more your brain will believe them. From now on, never say, "My English is bad." Never say, "I can't speak English." Instead, say, "I'm learning and getting better every day." This simple shift in how you think can change everything about your learning experience. Step 2. Surround yourself with English. Now that you've changed your mindset, it's time to bring English into your daily routine. Many people believe they must move to an English-speaking country to become fluent. That's simply not true. You can build an English-rich environment no matter where you live. Start by switching your phone's language to English. Every time you use it, you'll be exposed to English words and your brain will begin to adapt. Next, start thinking in English. Right now, you probably think in your native language and then try to convert your thoughts into English. This process makes speaking slow and challenging. Instead, begin by forming simple thoughts directly in English. For example, when you wake up, Don't think I need to brush my teeth in your language and translate it. Just think I will brush my teeth. When you're making tea, think, I am making tea. When you step outside, think, it's a beautiful day. It might feel unusual at first, but the more you practice this, the more natural it will become. Eventually, English thoughts will start to flow automatically. Another excellent way to immerse yourself in English is to speak to yourself. Yes, you heard that right. Talk to yourself in English every day. Stand in front of a mirror and start a small conversation. Say something like, "Hi, how are you today?" Then answer yourself, "I'm good. I have lots to do, but I feel great." It might seem strange at first, but this is one of the most effective methods to build your speaking skills. When you talk to yourself, there's no pressure, no fear of mistakes. And the more you do it, the more confident you'll become. Here's another simple and powerful technique. Label objects around your house. Use sticky notes and write the English names of things. Put them on items like your door, table, fridge, or mirror. Every time you see a label, read it out loud. If you see a book, say, "This is a book." The book is on the table. If you see a cup, say, "This is a cup. I drink tea from this cup." This practice will help your brain recognize English words without needing to translate. Step 3. Stop stressing over grammar. A lot of people believe they must master grammar before speaking. That belief holds them back. If you obsess over grammar, you'll always be worried about making mistakes. Instead, begin speaking first. Correct grammar will come with time. Think about how children learn to talk. They don't read grammar books, they listen, repeat, and slowly develop grammar skills through usage. You should follow the same path. Rather than memorizing rules, focus on useful everyday sentences. For example, instead of studying the present continuous tense, just learn expressions like, "I'm eating," "She's going to the market," "They are playing football." By using these types of sentences repeatedly, grammar will become second nature. The secret is to listen and mimic. Pay attention to how native speakers talk and repeat what they say. When you hear a new phrase, don't just understand it, say it out loud. Now that you understand how to immerse yourself in English, think in English, and let go of grammar anxiety, let's go even further. Next, use English in your daily routine. Many learners struggle with speaking because they don't know how to begin or what to say. But the truth is, you already know how to speak English. You just need to activate what you know. Think about your daily activities. You wake up, brush your teeth, make tea or coffee, chat with your family, go out, buy things, meet friends, work or study, then relax and go to bed. Every single one of those actions can be expressed in English. If you make it a habit to use English throughout your day, it will soon feel easy and natural. Start with basic conversations. Begin your morning by talking to yourself in English. When you wake up, instead of just getting out of bed, say something like, "Good morning. I feel fresh today. I had a good sleep. Time to get up and brush my teeth." Then, while brushing, say, "I'm brushing my teeth." As you wash your face, say, "I'm washing my face." When you make tea, say, "I'm making tea. It smells really good." "I'm eating toast with butter." Even if you're alone, say these sentences out loud. The more you speak, the more confident you will feel. Example conversation. Talking with your mother in the morning. Imagine you're speaking with your mom. You. "Good morning, Mom." "Mom, good morning. How did you sleep?" You. "I slept well. What are you making for breakfast? Mom, I'm cooking eggs and toast. Do you want some tea? Yes, please. I love tea in the morning. Mom, your tea is ready. Thank you. It smells amazing. This is a short and natural conversation you can practice every day. You don't need to use complicated vocabulary, just keep your language clear and natural. When you're outside, there are many opportunities to speak English. For instance, if you're heading to the market, you could say, I need to get some vegetables. Let me review my shopping list. I'll catch a bus to get there. Once inside the store, you can say something like, Excuse me, do you have any fresh tomatoes? Yes, they're right here. How much is 1 kilogram? It's $2 per kilo. All right, I'll buy 2 kilos. Anything else you'd like? Yes, I also need a few onions. Here you go. That will be $5 altogether. Here's the money. Thanks. Thank you. Have a great day. This is a practical conversation you might have on a typical day. If you regularly practice dialogues like this, you'll become more comfortable speaking English in real-life situations. When you meet up with a friend, your conversation could go like this. Hey, how's it going? I'm good. And you? I'm doing great. What are you up to? Not much, just relaxing. Want to take a walk? Sure, that sounds fun. If you go to a cafe together, you might say, Let's get something to drink. What do you feel like having? I'll take a coffee. What about you? I think I'll have a lemonade. All right, let's call the waiter. Hi, we'd like to order 1 coffee and 1 lemonade, please. Would you like anything else? No, that's all, thanks. Your drinks will be ready shortly. In the evening, you can still use English while relaxing. If you're with your family, here's how a conversation might go. Today felt really long. What did you do today? I went shopping and caught up with a friend. That sounds nice. What did you buy? I picked up some fruits and veggies. Great, let's eat dinner. Yes, I'm starving. Before going to bed, you can continue practicing by talking to yourself. Today went well. I learned a lot of new things. Tomorrow I'll get up early and do my morning English practice. Now it's time to sleep. Good night. Let me share one of the most effective ways to speak English fluently. Listen and repeat. When you hear a new sentence, don't just listen, say it out loud. Mimic the pronunciation and tone. This helps you sound more like a native speaker. For example, if you hear someone say, I'm going to the market, you should repeat it exactly the same way. Do this daily, and you'll notice improvements in both your confidence and pronunciation. Now that you've learned how to use English in your daily routine, let's work on taking your fluency further. A lot of learners understand English but hesitate to speak. Why? Because they're afraid of making errors, their pronunciation isn't clear, or they feel anxious speaking in front of others. But here's something important. Even if your English isn't perfect, you can still speak with confidence. Today, I'll show you how to enhance your pronunciation, sound more natural, and speak boldly in English. If you follow these steps, you won't feel shy or fearful about speaking again. Let's look at a common issue. Many people can read and write English, but when it comes to speaking, they freeze. Why is that? Here are a few common reasons. Fear of saying something incorrect. You think, what if I make a mistake? Worry about pronunciation. You feel like your accent doesn't sound natural. Not enough speaking practice. Without practicing, your confidence stays low. Translating from your first language, you form sentences in your native language first, then translate, which slows you down. Does that sound like your experience? If yes, don't worry, I'll share the ideal solution. To speak fluent English, your pronunciation must be clear. You don't need an American or British accent, but people should be able to understand you easily. Here's how you can improve. 1. Imitate what you hear. The quickest way to work on your pronunciation is by listening to native speakers and copying them. Pick a simple video, audio clip, or sentence. Listen carefully to how the words are pronounced and repeat them exactly. Example. Listen to someone say, "I want to go to the park." Don't just read it, listen to the actual pronunciation and mimic it. Repeat it several times. If you do this daily, your speech will naturally improve. 2. Speak at a moderate pace. Some learners try to talk fast to sound fluent, but that can hurt clarity. Instead, speak slowly and pronounce each word properly. This helps others understand you more easily. 3. Record and compare. A powerful technique is to record yourself. Choose a sentence, say it aloud, and record your voice. Then, compare your recording with how a native speaker says it. This will help you quickly identify what to fix. Even with good pronunciation, some people still feel nervous or embarrassed. So how do you build confidence? 1. Stop fearing mistakes. Mistakes are a normal part of learning, even native speakers make them. 2. Use English every single day. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. If you only focus on studying English without actually using it in conversation, you'll never build real confidence. Here's a simple tip. Make it a daily habit to speak English for at least 15 minutes. Talk out loud to yourself, chat with a friend, or even speak to your reflection in the mirror. Just practice speaking. Tip number 3. Use the 3-second rule. Whenever you feel the urge to say something in English, don't hesitate. Give yourself 3 seconds, then go for it. Let's say someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Instead of pausing for too long, respond quickly. "I went to the park," or "I watched a movie," or "I had a great day." The longer you wait, the more anxious you'll feel. Just speak freely and naturally. Tip number 4. Practice real conversations. The most effective way to build confidence is through real-life practice. Now, let me show you how to start thinking in English. Stop mentally translating everything. This is key to speaking fluently and smoothly. If your goal is to speak English naturally, you need to train your mind to process it directly. When you rely on translation from your native language, your responses become slow and unnatural. But don't worry, I'll guide you through the process, even if you're just getting started. Why is it important to think in English? Many learners study for years but still struggle with speaking because they continue to think in their native language. For example, if you want to say, "I am going to the market," and you first think of it in your own language, your brain goes through 3 steps. Think in your native language. Translate into English. Say it out loud. This takes time and effort. Instead, you need to condition your brain to think directly in English. That's how you'll respond faster. It may sound hard at first, but with the right approach, it becomes easy. Start with basic vocabulary. If you're a beginner, don't try to form complex sentences right away. Begin by naming things around you in English. For instance, in the morning, look around and say words like bed, pillow, window, sunlight. Keep doing this throughout the day whenever you see something. Name it in English in your head. When you see a tree, think tree, not the word from your native language. See a car? Just think car. This helps you start forming an English mindset. Next, move to simple sentences. After practicing words, try forming basic sentences in your thoughts. For example, when brushing your teeth, think, I'm brushing my teeth. When eating, think, I'm eating rice, or this food is tasty. Don't translate, just think in English. Talk to yourself in English. This is one of the best ways to develop English thinking. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day speaking aloud to yourself. When getting dressed in the morning, say things like, I'm picking out my clothes, or I'm wearing a blue shirt today. If you're walking outside, say, it's a lovely day, or I see a little girl playing. Listen to English every day. The more you hear English, the quicker your brain will adapt to thinking in it. Watch English shows and movies with subtitles at first. Listen to English podcasts while doing daily tasks. Read easy English books or articles. But remember, just listening and reading isn't enough. You must speak. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. Talk to friends, family, or even to yourself in the mirror. The more you speak, the faster your English thoughts will come. Want to stop hesitating and sound fluent? Don't overthink, just start talking. If you forget a word, don't freeze. Say it another way. Use simple language and short sentences in the beginning. Don't be afraid of sounding silly. For example, if you forget how to say, I lost my keys, just say, I don't have my keys, I don't know where they are. You're still communicating, and that's what matters. If you stick to this routine every day, your brain will naturally start working in English. Here's a daily plan to help you train your mind. Morning. Name everything around you in English. Afternoon. Think simple English sentences in your mind. Evening. Watch or listen to English for at least 20 minutes. Night. Talk to yourself in English for 5-10 minutes. Follow this every day, and in a few weeks, you'll notice a big difference. You'll begin to think in English automatically. My amazing students, you now have all the tools you need to speak English confidently, naturally, and fluently. And always remember something very important. English isn't hard. The only things holding you back are fear and hesitation. Now, you know how to overcome both. If success is your goal, mastering English will open thousands of doors. It can lead to better jobs, travel opportunities, global friendships, and understanding movies, books, and cultures. But most of all, it'll give you confidence and independence. So never stop learning. Even on tough days, even if others doubt your ability, don't quit. You've already come a long way, and I believe in you. Now it's your turn. Go out there and practice. Speak, listen, and think in English every single day. Remember, mistakes don't matter. What matters is your effort. This isn't the end. It's the start of your fluency journey. Keep learning. Keep improving. One day, you'll speak English like a native. Let's do this together. I'm here with you on this path, and I'll always support you. Now go and start living in English. You've got this.